Hey guys, up Sanu. Time for another little progress video. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna call these videos progress videos because it's such a generic thing and it doesn't really look very interesting. I mean, the person's progress you care about the most is yourself. I mean, you guys really don't give a shit what my thieving level is, but I'm gonna show you anyway. So anyway, right about now I'm a 58 combat, pretty good at most of some quests. Again, most of these stats are really just from quests. 43 prior, I got that I went to Green Dragons and I did a lot of range, which actually got me some pretty good XP. There's some safe spots at Green Dragons above the Forgotten Cemetery, I think it's called, and you can get Dragon Bones and Dragon Hides. Dragon Hides will sell for like 1.2k each, so pretty nice profit. And the Dragon Bones I used on the Ectofunctus, so that got me 43 prior. It took a while, but it was worth it. Eventually, want to get 50 and even someday 70 for a piety. Most of these stats, again, are quested. 55 agility, I got that. 30 agility I got from the Gnome course. 35 I got from the Grand Tree quest. To get 52, I think it was, I did mice, the little toy mice you can buy, which are pretty good XP, about like 16 of them, and just went at the bottom of the Ectofunctus pool and chased them around until I got 52 agility. Pretty good XP. 35 mining, got that from the dig site quest. 36 smithing, mostly from the Knight's Sword there. A little bit of woodcutting and fire making got me some levels there. 17 farming from Fairy Tale Part 1. And had to get, I think it was 18 Slayer for Animal Magnetism. And got a couple Slayer levels from the XP as well. Thieving, just from silk stalls, things like that. When I used to do that for money. But agility is by far my not by far, but my highest level right now, because it's really the most helpful skill in the game. I mean, look at this, 100 run energy right away. They updated the game in, I don't know, 2009, where you could, as we know in regular RuneScape now, where you can lay down and like rest and shit, and take a nap and shit, and then you'll get full run energy in like 10 seconds. And also they just made it so simply, no matter what agility level you are, they made it so the run energy just restores faster in general. So you can, I'm like 78 agility or something in EOC RuneScape, and I don't remember the last time I ran out of run energy. But in this game, run energy is actually quite realistic. You can't run forever in real life. I know I can. Although some people can run for like, I have a friend who's going to be in the Marines. He can run for like 6 miles. I'm like, how the fuck do you do that? But that's another story. Anyway, so this isn't really that. These stats really aren't too impressive for how long it's been. They are above average, which is good. But just walking around, I'm much higher level than most people. But for my standards, they're not that good. But the reason my account, I think, is just as good as some of the really top people's is because I've been questing like a motherfucker. I've just been doing quest after quest after quest. There's, I think, around 239 quest points as of like March 2007, and so there might be another quest out since then, from March to August. So it might be like 240, but around there. So I have almost half the quest points in the entire game right now. I did all of the free-to-play quests. Most of them are pretty easy and don't take very long, and they're also pretty well made. Also some quest series I've been working on. Elemental workshops are very easy, and they're pretty good quests, and they give you some good crafting XP. Fairy Tale Part 2, I started that. I don't have the requirements to finish it. I'm not even close to having those requirements. But the reason I did that is because you get the you get the access to fairy rings, which help quite a lot. Little quests give you certain advantages in this game. To name a few, fishing contest. I know a lot of people really hate having to cross, if we can find it here. A lot of people really don't like having to cross White Wolf Mountain. If you do fishing contests, there's a little shortcut. You can actually go under the mountain. And not only is it a little bit faster, but it's also completely safe. There's a little bar under there, some dwarves instead of wolves that are going to attack you, and this long path all the way around the mountain. I haven't had to actually go around the mountain in quite a while because I have other quests like the Grand Tree and the Tree Gnome Village for the gliders and the spirit trees. So, but also just some easy quests worth doing. Hazel, Colt, very easy quests. Jungle Potion, a little bit of Horrible XP. So I'm not going to go through all these, but big one I did, Monkey Madness, one of the more difficult quests in the game, but very well made quest, even though it is a bit annoying, getting in that jail 100 times, but you can make your way through it, not too bad. One thing I like to do is, like, if I want some XP in a skill, instead of like going and just training the skill, I'll do quests to train the skill. So like a good example, I wanted to get 43 prayer, and I realized it was going to take a long time getting all those dragon bones, so I searched just for a few quests that give prayer XP. So I did Making History, that gave 1k or 2k or so. Mountain Daughter gave 1 or 2k, and it saved me a little bit of time even though I had to do that quest. Plague City and Biohazard I did, pretty easy quest, not bad though. And I did one of the probably one of the more difficult quests in the game last night, the Underground Pass. It's not an easy quest, but it's pretty good for a quest. It's the quest where you go, basically, if you've never done it, you go through here to here, and that looks pretty easy, but it's actually like this huge motherfucking cavern, and it takes like 2 hours to navigate, and there's all these traps and everything, and there's like zombies walking around. It's a really weird quest, but pretty well made, so I enjoyed doing that quest again for the third time. That's a funny thing I should mention. A lot of these quests I am doing for the third time in my life. This is my main account. I did a lot of these quests on the regular RuneScape, and Andrew AJT62, my pure, I did a lot of them there too. Some I didn't do on my pure, like Heroes quest, because that gives defense XP, but so it'll be my second time doing those quests. But a lot of these quests are very familiar to me. I for some of them I don't even need guides, but I've been using the 2007 RuneScape wiki. It's the 2007 version of the regular RuneScape wiki, which is pretty helpful. So that's about it for like my actual character. The bank is pretty good too, to be honest. That drop party helped out quite a bit. It's mostly a mess. I mean, organizing a bank in this type of banking system is pretty difficult. You got to get like one of everything, which I like doing anyway to have placeholders, but it's still annoying. So I haven't actually organized anything yet, but just some items of interest. I love the old monk robes. They look so simplistic, but pretty cool at the same time. A lot of frog tokens from random events. Pretty decent cash stack, 520k. I sold, as you saw in the last video, I sold the Rune Kite Shield and the Rune Full Helmet for quite a lot. And the Toregs helmet I had that was broken, I sold that for 350k for a Toregs helm, which is a very good price because there were a lot of people selling it for 300k and also in some cases even 250k. And I sold it to a range tank who wasn't looking to get the best deal on it and merchant it. He was just looking to kind of buy it and use it for himself. So usually if people are buying items because they want to use them themselves, they're willing to pay a little bit more. So it's a thing to watch out for. I did do the Horror from the Deep quest, and I took the Zami book, which I kind of regret. I could have got Guthix and just simply filled that up for around 100k. And look what we got. I take it you are Andrew JT62. King Lathis sent me this message for you. He's not a man you'd want to keep waiting. And I got a scroll, and there he goes to the side of the bank, and then he disappears. And people are PMing me. Hold on. Yeah, if you're wondering what that was, it's to start a Regicide, which I'll be doing next. It's my friend's chat name at the moment. Squire NGJT62, you are needed to serve the kingdom of Kandarin. At last, our Magi, I don't know if that's pronounced right, have reopened the Well of Voyage. We must discuss your next commission, King Lathis of Ardoin. So I'll be doing, that's actually pretty fitting because I was going to talk about that. I'm going to do the Regicide quest, which is the Underground Pass takes place under here. Regicide takes place in this huge motherfucking area, and it's a difficult quest. That's why I got 56 agility. But the interesting thing about it, one of the reasons people do this quest, is because in the Tyrus camp here, there's a shop, and what you can buy in this shop is halberds, and this is actually how halberds get into the game. There's really no other way to get halberds in this game other than buying them from other players and buying them from this shop. And the reason you do this quest is because it lets you wield the dragon halberd. You can't just buy a dragon halberd from someone else and wield it. You have to have regicide done. I don't, of course, have 60 attack yet, but that shouldn't take too long. And I'm going to be doing also the Fremnik Trials for a little bit of attack XP. Death Plateau will give me a little bit of attack XP. Then I'll do some Slayer, and get 60 attack without much of a problem. And then probably work on like 50 strength. The only problem is that with the Dragon Halberd, it is one of the most powerful weapons in the game, but the problem is it costs quite a lot of money. It actually costs, to buy it from the shop, it costs 325k gold. So that's more than half my cash stack, and I don't know if I'll buy it right away. But I probably will end up buying it. It is a really cool weapon. I could sell some of this rune stuff when I get the chance. Sell the rune longsword once I have 60 attack. Sell the rune scimitar. A big thing that came out recently was the Barbarian Assault was re-released. The reason they hadn't released it on launch is because it's notorious for a lot of glitches over the years, especially smuggling glitches. People would take like billions of Barbarian Assault runes out of the arena, and it was actually just regular runes which you could just sell to other players. So that was a real disaster, and Jagex doesn't want to have that happen again. And I have to give them credit; there really hasn't been any big fuck ups since the re-release of 2007 RuneScape. Another thing of interest is, of course, the poll that's going on here. I know you can't see the whole screen, but I don't feel like logging in. But a lot of I voted yes on a lot of the polls. A lot of them were like conveniences, like if someone PMs you, you can press tab to reply, or you can just right click and click reply instead of this bullshit where it says add friend when I already have them on my friends list. One would be nice is that you don't rejoin the friend chats automatically anymore like you do in EOC. This game is actually, the date of this backup of 2007 is actually very shortly after the release of clan chats, so they hadn't really perfected them yet, but it's nice to have them. Again, I prefer 2007 RuneScape to 2006 purely for the clan chats. Of course, they're called friend chats now because we have other things called clan chats in EOC, but you know what I'm talking about. So, I mean, that's about it. I'm also going to be buying a Dragon Scimitar, of course, from either someone else, or I'll go to the Ape Atoll Island and buy one for 100k. So that'll actually consume a decent amount of my cash stack, unfortunately. But I'll still have quite a bit left over, and I'll save up for other things. And I can always make more money from green dragons. One of the reasons I wanted a Dragon Halberd is because it would actually be pretty good at green dragons, ironically, because in the safe spot you can halberd them, and the special attack does a double hit. It's kind of like it's imagine if you had a D2H, but it with a spec of a DDS. I mean, it's just ridiculously powerful. Unfortunately, it only works properly on larger monsters, not players. It actually can hit 2 players at once, but that's kind of hard to do. Final thing is the Great Brain Robbery I want to be doing soon. This is quite difficult requirements, but the requirements aren't too bad, but you got to get like farming up and stuff, and that's always annoying, especially when there's no GE. But the reason you do this quest is because you get the barrel chest anchor. Let me see if I can find that. I guess that's not on here. Maybe it's under the strength thing. Nope. The barrel chest anchor, it's probably the most, it's not the most powerful weapon in the game, but it's the most practical, powerful weapon. It's the big anchor you see people running around with. Not yet, because I mean no one has really done that quest yet to my knowledge. I'm sure some people have, but like 2 or 3 at most. It has a 100 strength bonus, and it's the speed of a battle axe, which is a little bit faster than a 2H sword. But so it's basically the kind of a slightly weaker version of a god sword, but God Swords aren't in this version of the game, so it's a really neat weapon to have. It does do less damage per minute than like a whip or a D-Skimmy would do. Probably actually around the same as a D-Skimmy. But it's very powerful. You can hit very high with it. So when you're 99 strength and you got all that, torso and shit, it would be pretty cool to have that. Speaking of the torso, I have started the Barbarian Assault a little bit. I did a shit ton of Barbarian Assault on my on this account on before the EOC came out. I have full penance. I have leveled up all the roles a little bit, and I've lost and regained a fighter torso multiple times. So I'm very good at Barbarian Assault. Unfortunately, most people just click their way through the tutorial and they have no idea what's going on. People don't call, so maybe I'll work on that this weekend, but it can't hurt to even wait on that a little bit and do other productive things in the meantime, because while I wait, people are going to get their combat levels up, people are going to figure out how to play Barbarian Assault, so when I come back there, it'll be a little bit faster, but it does still take quite a while to get a fighter torso, especially when you're a low level. 58 not being a low level compared to other people, but in general in this game it's really only medium low level. So that's about it. Thanks for watching, guys. Join my friend chat, Andrew AJT62. Hope you enjoyed me ranting for a while about my different goals here and some good shit you guys should jump on. So anyway, see you guys later. Have a good day, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Join Andrew AJT62 friend chat. Bye.